Sonic Lab
TV.
Hello and welcome to another Sonic Lab. Today we're looking at Korg's brand new Kaossilator. This is the Kaossilator2. What this is a sort of phrase synthesizer and looper with two built-in loops. It's actually much more slick and kind of mobile phone-like than the original Kaossilator. If I show you the original Kaossilator, you can see it's a lot less kind of funky looking. This is a bit more kind of plastic. And the new Kaossilator certainly kind of takes a new form factor. It sort of feels very pleasant in the hand. Let's take a look at it. Here it is. I've switched it on. It's got a nice bright OLED display, which I'll show you later. The form factor is very easy in the hand. It's not all that big. What we have is the same XY pad as on the original Kaossilator, though it looks ever so slightly smaller to me, sort of more square as opposed to rectangular. We've also got a parameter access area, so you can use this for scrolling through sounds and various parameters. There are 4 function buttons, one for sound, one for switching the ARP on and off, there's also a LED display there, function for going through the various different menu options, and delete for deleting loops. These 2 buttons correspond to the 2 different loops, so I've got one loop and another loop, and I can record separate, sort of build up separate phrases and sounds in each, and then I can switch between them, which is actually pretty cool. So looking at connections, on the top we've got stereo mic input, we've also got a stereo mini jack output and a 4.5 volt power connector, which is an unusual sort of adapter, and it doesn't come with it. If we open up the unit, it just pops open with this little button here. Takes a couple of AA batteries. You get a pair included, but I'm already on my 3rd set. It does rather eat them very quickly. And you've also got, on this side, a micro SD slot, which I've got in here. I've got a 4 gig micro SD card. Again, that doesn't come with it. While we're here, there's a button here which is for switching the mic input on, so you can actually record sounds into the looper as well. And then on this side, we've got volume up and down, and then the power switch. Right, so let's take a look at the loop functions and listen to a few sounds. As it powers up, I'm in the lead section. I can scroll through the sounds using this, or if I press the sound button, I scroll through entire categories. So now in patterns, house 2, I like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've recorded it. Now I can just mute or switch on or off that loop as I want. So let's find another sound. We'll go to, let's see if we can find the bass section. I like this one, so let's go back and get some more percussion sounds. I can change the loop setting. There's actually quite a lot of little kind of neat shortcuts for kind of quickly accessing functions, so it's good for performance. So right, let's go back and get some chords. Yeah, I like that. So we'll go. Extend that. Now there's a couple other features I can change in here. I can crossfade between the 2. So now I've got my loop. I either had to, in the original Kaossilator, play it out into some other recorder, or just forget about it and try and remember it from memory and re-perform it whenever I wanted it. But now, because of the card function, we can save that loop into internal memory on the micro SD card. Let's just show you how that works. Pressing function, 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 function until you get to the loop save and load, and I press save, and there it is. It's just storing it on the internal card. What's cool about that, as well as being able to reload it into the Kaossilator2, I can take the card out, put it in my computer and access those WAV sounds and maybe use them as the basis for getting a jam together or a new tune. But there's another really useful feature as well. I'll just show you that. So what we've also got is a master recorder. which takes effectively a performance and allows us to record the entire lot. So if I go here, go back to my sound, I've created some new loops here. Just create some sounds. Get into the lead. I could also use the external mic or the internal mic and record long form kind of song ideas, raps, whatever, and have that as a sort of WAV recording that I can then use in my computer. So I can also take WAV files at 44.1, 16-bit and drag them onto the card and then play them back via the Kaossilator2 as well. So I hit function, scroll through to the audio player, just after the master recorder, enter, then I can sort of navigate the folder structure here. I've got this little file here, which I then hit play. That's actually part of a Tempest jam, Dave Smith Tempest, that I did when I had the in for review. So now I can actually play over the top of it, which is great, but unfortunately, if I want to change sounds, that's it. I can't actually then change sounds. So I can play over it with one sound, which I suppose is something. So the big question is, will it bend? Well, I've opened it up and had a look at the circuit board. I can't really see anything in there that suggests it might, though there might be some bright sparks amongst you that will give it a go. I'd say, unlike the Monotron and Monotribe, it's probably fairly unlikely. We've also been asked, is it possible to save presets in the unit? You know, things like key, mode, scale, length, those kind of things. The answer is no, but as far as I understand it, if you have the Kaossilator app, you can save setups in that in loops and bring those into the Kaossilator2 via the micro SD card, and it will load the key and the scale settings and all of those things. So that's quite handy. Overall, I'm actually pretty impressed with the Kaossilator2. I like the new contemporary sounds. They really do kind of provide you with, I hate to use it, but some sort of kicking beats and sort of loops that make you really want to play. And the fact that you can save those and take them home and then build on them or recall them is a real plus. It's not all roses though, there are a couple of things. For me, in my dotage, and lovely though the screen is, without my specs on, I cannot read the writing. You know, it's just, but I'm guessing that's not going to be a problem for most of you youngsters out there. The other thing is, it does eat batteries. Unless you put in really premium lithium ion batteries, it really gets through them at quite a rate. And that can be a problem, because if you haven't got a lot of battery power in, the unit stops you from being allowed to write to the card. So if you're on low battery and you've got a really happening idea, it won't let you write to the card. I'm guessing that because if it does that and it dies halfway through, it might well corrupt the card and you'd lose everything. So I suppose that's understandable. Obviously the Kaossilator2 comes at a bit of a premium. It's more expensive than the original Kaossilator, and prices will be scrolling past in various currencies now. You'll probably find it's cheaper than that on the streets. But the thing is, when you get it in your hand, you just feel like it's something that you want to play with. You have to actually try one out, because you'll probably end up buying it. You may not need it, but you'll certainly want it, because it really is a lot of fun. So if you want to win this very Kaossilator2 and the 4GB micro SD card that it's got within it, this is our review unit, all you have to do is head to our Facebook page and like the competition image that's on there, and we will pick a random winner on May the 29th, 2012. So once again, win this very Kaossilator2 and 4GB micro SD card.